For quite a while, the second channel has had no direction. And to be honest with you, that's mostly because I'd be trying everything on my main. And we've kind of seen how that worked. Um, I've got, what, 302 subscribers? 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had 307. And it's like I gain subscribers and then I lose 10. I kind of seem to be losing more subscribers than I gain at the moment. And that's whatever. I am a smaller channel, but a lot of that stems from my complete lack of a style. And like I'm losing so much reach in the algorithm simply because I don't have a bona fide, this is KSG Jag, this is who I suggest this video to. And at the end of the day, that's really bad for a channel like mine, where you're kind of smaller, because, you know, who does YouTube suggest you to? YouTube's algorithm is very much, oh, these people watch this kind of content, you know, they might like KSG Jag's content. And I don't really have that because I'll post whatever and there's no real consistent quote unquote format. You know, it's always just whatever game I'm enjoying. And as much as I'd love to say anyone can do that, that's really not the case. Like, you gotta be specific, build that audience, and then earn variety. And I know I've said that before, but to be honest with you, the last 2 years have been quite a struggle with you know, turning 18, finally becoming an adult, and trying to figure out what I want to do in my life. And it's always been YouTube, but it's figuring out how I want to go about YouTube. Because at the end of the day, it's YouTube. It's not KSG Jag copies this YouTuber. And that's kind of all I've done. I haven't really fallen into my own style. And part of that is, you know, with variety, it's a lot harder to figure out your style. I'm trying to get the last trophy of the remaster, which means don't take damage for an entire enemy base, and prisoner bases are the easiest. So that's why I'm doing this. But as I was saying, it's kind of just become a thing of I'm copying so many other people. And to be honest with you, I've been enjoying Fortnite. See, my biggest fear with a niche is having what happened with Apex, where my channel was built on Apex. So Apex content is what I knew how to make. And eventually, you know, I grew to hate Apex. And I don't cry. But there were times where I would be on the verge of tears out of just pure frustration. Because content is all I've ever wanted to do in my life. And to have a game like Apex build my channel and to then fall out of love with that game simply just because I played solo. Had I had a group of people to play with, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. I reckon I'd probably be at least 200 subscribers higher on the main, which I probably will have this cross posted on. And like, it is very much a thing of choosing between complete creative freedom, which is often more of a burden than it is, you know, a freedom. Because at the end of the day, having a niche allows people to have a very specific kind of way of going about ideating videos, which I don't really have because there's no niche. And that's good because, you know, for creative freedom, but it's also bad because who cares, you know? Why watch this random dude playing Spider-Man when you can watch a billion other people who, you know, like Flats or Ninja or your favorite streamer, you can watch them play and you know they're going to be entertaining, as opposed to dedicating, what, 10, 15 minutes to this dude you've never seen before. Like, realistically, I don't blame you for not choosing my video. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't choose my video. A lot of my channel has always come from Apex and the fact that I was good at it. My most viewed video is a tips and tricks video, and I hate it. And by hate it, I mean, like, obviously it's a pretty decent video, but that video was kind of a very much last ditch effort that day because I couldn't get actual footage. Because the way I'd gone about it was I felt like you need proof, and it kind of is the case if you're making tips and tricks. Because anyone can say, oh, this is how you get good at Apex, but you kind of need to show that you're somewhat decent. Because otherwise, like, what kind of reason do they have to listen to you? You could be the most buns player of all time, and how would they know? You know? Like, you got to provide some proof that this is why you should follow my advice, because I can do this and it works for me. Which is why you see a lot of the major coaches being Apex Pred or being those higher ranks, and to kind of try and shill out advice that I can't back up, and not out of lack of talent. Very much I was good at the game, but there's only so much I can do. And I had school 5 days a week. I'd be playing Apex 3 days a week versus masters who play the game every day, and the game is their entire life, and Preds who have that. Like, obviously, great to know I'm that level of skill, but it makes my life a lot harder when it comes to recording, because what the heck am I supposed to do against these people, especially when they tend to be in a stack of a group of people of similar skill level, I suppose. And I really can't do much against that, in the way of, I'm just a normal person. I am not the most talented. I am not the greatest to ever touch the game. I don't want to be the greatest to ever touch a game. My jam is having a laugh. I enjoy GTA stunt races, because, you can mess with your friends, you can hit them off the track, and at the end of the day, it's just a laugh. And Apex became a game where, rather than, having a good time and sharing content about this game that I love, it became arguably worse than a full-time job, because at least with a full-time job, there was some consistency. And obviously I was like 16 at the time those were posted. There's very few 16-year-olds in my country with full-time jobs, and that's for a reason. And it's mostly a thing of, I didn't know what to do after quitting Apex, because I grew my channel on, oh, everyone that watches Apex loves this, because I had years of Apex experience. Losing that is kind of a massive shot in the foot, really, because it went from, okay, I watched Apex for so many years, this is what's always worked, to, oh, what works here, And I didn't know, and I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, niching down is kind of there for a reason. Is it oversaturated? Yes. But am I able to do variety without constantly thinking, oh, is this game good? Going to record a video and then, wasting 2 hours because I just realized, I don't know how to make this video. And that's the problem. It's a lot easier with a more established audience, and that's not me faulting you guys. I make shit content, you guys don't want to watch it. And that's fair, because why would you watch shit content when your favorite YouTuber is right there, who you trust and know can make good content? Now, am I people's favorite YouTuber? Certainly hope so. But do I expect 1 million subscribers by tomorrow? No. But I want to grow, and the way I'm going about it at the moment is just not the right way. Yeah, variety is the dream, and I could probably continue to pursue it and get better and better and better. But then I'm succeeding in about 10 years instead of sooner. And it's not like I don't have the talent. I have the talent, I have the knowledge, and I have the skill. And that's not some egotistical thing. I have proven, oh my gosh, I nearly cried. I have proven to myself and you guys that there is capacity for good content. Did variety work once or twice? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it eventually became a thing of, what do I post when I can post everything? And I know it kind of sounds like really a non-issue, just post everything and kind of figure it out from there. But I don't know, I've always been someone who kind of likes to have an idea of what I'm going into. And by having variety, that's kind of gone. In a very non-issue way. Because, like, realistically, you can post whatever you want. That's just really fucking privileged to have as a struggle. But, I don't know. It's just me. And I suppose that's what this video is about. Just beat that with no hits. What a goat. I am the goat. I know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just a thing if I want to entertain you guys. And I do want to do variety, but it's just not working out. Because at the moment, I'm kind of losing out from it. So I'm kind of thinking Fortnite. I don't think I'm going to go Apex again. And then slowly just branch back out to variety in a way more manageable manner. And build up that audience who is there for me. There for me, like not there for the game, sorry. There for me as in, like, emotionally would be very antisocial, and I'm not that kind of person. But I suppose the kind of main reason I've posted or am posting this video. It's just to say I want to succeed, and the way I've gone about it so far is wrong. Like, do I think I could succeed in the Fortnite space? Probably. Would it be a lot easier to succeed in the Apex space? Most definitely. Every time I post an Apex video, it does really well, and that kind of annoys me because it's good when I'm enjoying Apex, but that's kind of very much a problem when a lot of the time I don't. And it's not that Apex is a bad game, it's just a bad solo game. And that's very much different to being just a bad game overall. You know? Like, it's very much a thing of, it's also a non-issue. I'm not going to pretend that, oh, I'm not getting subscribers and views, my life is over. No, I'm not inherently entitled to getting so many subscribers and views. You get content, I make good content, I get good views, I get subscribers. That's kind of fucking job of it, like. And I suppose just having this second channel here for not so much variety, but yeah, like yapping and maybe just stupid stuff like that base very much might be the direction I go in, because I want to use a second channel for something rather than just having it there. But I do need to niche down on the main. A second channel I can be a lot more varied on, but the main channel will need to be a channel with some level of consistency, and I've become increasingly aware of that. And I suppose it was just kind of figuring out something that I wouldn't mind niching down into. And I suppose Fortnite isn't the worst thing to be stuck making videos on. At the end of the day, I don't think there's really been a Fortnite season I didn't enjoy in the last couple of years. And I feel like there's space for someone like me there. I traditionally play zero builds, like I do play builds a lot too, but I'm very much a zero builds guy, and that's a very open market. So I suppose it's just kind of an announcement of I'm figuring things out, but the main channel is very much going to be a lot of Fortnite nowadays. And I'll probably have other stuff on there when I feel it is main channel worthy. But if you're looking for like pure variety with like a kind of little bit less consistent, come here, yapping too, this is kind of just going to be more of a brain dump channel, where if I feel like making a video on something, I will, and I'm not going to be focused on growing it like I am with the main. And the main will eventually move out of just Fortnite or out of just whatever I make videos on there, because I don't want to be the Fortnite guy, and I don't want to be the Apex guy. I want to be someone you tune into to know that this is going to be a pretty entertaining video. I know if I turn on a KSG Jag video, I'm going to have a laugh. And that's all I can ask, and that's all I want from my content. I don't want to over edit like Mr. Beast. I don't really like watching Mr. Beast because it just makes me sick. Like, there's so many different ways to go about making a video, and I guess I'm just choosing my own. So without further ado, I'm going to end the video off here. I doubt this is going to get more than 10 views. Don't know what I'm going to title it yet. But if any of you watch this far, I appreciate it. And I just hope that I inspire someone, or I hope that I've entertained someone, or anything. And I suppose I'm going to end the video off here. I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe. This is going to be on the main as well as the second. But, you know, the second is going to be very much for its own kind of thing. And I suppose I'm going to end it off here. Thank you for watching.